Hey guys, Jerry from Showtime Audio. So we're working on Chewy's truck box, and here it is. This thing is a monster. Now it's crazy, right? Because it's super narrow, but it's tall and it's 5 foot wide. So in order to make sure that the woofers fit and we clear the seat, we recessed them. Now we recessed them a little bit more than we needed to because you have the woofer, which the woofer sits right about there to this line right here. But then you have the grill, and we're gonna put a grill on it because the TW5s, if anything hits it, they even tells you in the box, you could damage the voice coil. You don't want the woofer beating against the floor or the seat. By putting the grill on it, it ensures that the woofer's not gonna hit anything. In doing that, we 45 this. It just gives it a really cool shape. And it'll also just look nice. Once the woofer's in there, the grill will go this way, the box goes that way. So it'll just have a really kind of cool effect. We still have to round the corners, do our seam lines, all that good stuff, but just wanted to show you, and then we'll show you the back. So on the back, we have, obviously the woofers are recessed, we have the window brace, we still gotta seal it up. And this is why we always say build on your face. So this is the face of the enclosure. So this way I can turn it around and easily seal all the sections of the enclosure before I put the back on. Once I put the back on, then obviously through the openings, I can seal the rest of it. So it just kind of ensures that I get a good seal front and back. All right, so we got an update on Chewy's C10 project. So as you can see, this is a lot of stuff in a little truck. So the cab is small. This is under the seat. This is that pocket we were talking about. So it is bolted to the vehicle itself. And then we have the wiring run out the bottom of the truck, and we'll show you. But the ground is to the frame of the truck, and then our power wires are running underneath up to the battery itself. So these are our powers and our grounds. So we tend to like what's called home runs, or we call them home runs, where we run from the amplifier directly to the battery. We feel that it's better for serviceability, functionality. So this way we have 2 powers running to the battery and 2 grounds running to the frame. So that's nut and bolted to the frame itself. We clean the paint, we treat it, we do everything. And then all the wiring is running along the frame, bolted to the frame itself with these clamps. And so we treat the surface so it doesn't rust the frame out. A lot of times you'll see this, and you don't want to make any holes without treating the metal because it's under the truck. We live in Chicago. It will eat the frame. These are our power wires, right, which will run up the frame. And then so you have your monoblock and your 4-channel. So this will run the monoblock and the 4-channel. Honda will make an assembly in order to mount the breakers, and that way it'll protect the wire runs and the amplifiers. So he wants a pair of 6x9s behind the seats. And in order to do that, because the box is so wide, in order to do that, we have to, 2 things, flush them the same way that we flush the subwoofers. We're gonna flush the 6x9s. So now we just made this long box longer. But now you're able to securely mount the 6x9 here, and then we're gonna build some trim panels to kind of hide this and obviously make it go away, and also to obviously seal off the back of the driver from the front. But we ended up having to obviously mod the enclosure and build this pocket. And that's fiberglass. I mean, that thing is solid. So that allows us to drop the 6x9 in and take up as little space as possible in the enclosure. Obviously, we don't have a ton of space because we're trying to give the client as much leg room as humanly possible. So we just want to do the final walkthrough on Chewy's truck. Just want to show you everything that got done and how amazing this vehicle sounds. I mean, it turned out ridiculous. At first, I thought he was a little crazy for trying to put 2 TW5 13s behind the seat of a single cab C10, but man, this thing sounds ridiculous. We put an insane amount of gear in a single cab truck. You can't see basically any of it. It looks stock, but the sound is ridiculous. All right, so on this particular vehicle, it came in, it had the rubber floor. So we have the protective plastic on the floor right now. One of the major things that we did on this vehicle is he wanted it quiet. So we deadened the entire vehicle. So we deadened the whole car. Floor, doors, rear wall, I mean, just all of it. made a huge difference. I forget how well it works, and it is really noticeable on older vehicles, because typically older vehicles, you do a big stereo. When you're playing the stereo, it rattles. So it rattles and you're fighting the noise of the car itself, right? But with this particular vehicle, I mean, it is just solid. Sound isn't being like colored or destroyed by the rattle of the vehicle itself. It's just a solid hit. The highs are amazing, even though we went with stock locations. So he did not want to do kick panels. So we ended up modifying the dash and putting a set of 4 inches in the factory locations. We had to make these crazy adapters and mill out the opening in order for it to fit, because and we had to space it down slightly so it would clear the dash when you put it in. So this is a lot of stuff in a little space. So we have the 2 TW5 13-inch woofers, a set of 6x9s on either side. So this is an entire JL build. So we do talk about how sometimes we use multiple brands, but there are times and clients that want a particular brand. He wanted JL, and so we went with JL throughout. So it's JL 6x9s, TW5 woofers, RD amplifiers. There's a JL tune in here, as well as a Bluetooth module. So we're streaming all the audio directly to the tune, the JL tune, and then that obviously goes to the amplifiers. So basically you lean the seat back, and all the amplifiers live under here. There's a spot, and it makes it by the hair of its chinny chin chin. But we have 2 amplifiers and a tune processor in here. But again, all this gear in this little cab is just really impressive, and it makes a huge difference. The other thing that we did is the client didn't want a radio per se. They had an old radio here, but I don't know if you can see it, but we made this custom plate and we made it look like a radio. So this is the Tune EQ volume knob, which is this one. And we also did an epicenter. So this is your bass knob and your effect. So if you know about the epicenters, this is a Micro Pro. So it has the volume of the bass and the effect of the bass. So we made it look as if it's the radio, and we'll show you in a minute. We did a little logo for him just for the vehicle itself. And again, car sounds amazing. He's got a lot, even though the car looks like OEM, he's got a ton of upgrades. He's got the new Dakota Digital Graphics dash. This is amazing. I'll show you that in a second. It's a digital dash, which basically looks like a brand new car. So you know how the new cars have like I call them like movie trailers and things like that. They're in essence video screens, and it is a video screen because they added the backup camera feature. You throw the car in reverse, one of the gauges turns into a backup camera monitor. Super cool. Engine management system, because he's got an LS swap. They mounted it there. If you looked at this, you would not think twice about it. But when he turns it on, turns it up, or steps on the gas, you will know he's done a bunch of work to this vehicle. So this vehicle had no lower door cards. Because it had rubber floor mat, this was just sheet metal. But in order to complete the look, we added these carpeted panels. It just makes it look more finished and more plush. And we'll talk about this, but Hondo deadened the door panels, but just to show you. I mean, it's night and day. And then also, so the door doesn't clank. Like normally in these older vehicles, you shut the door and it just clanks because there's no deadener. Back then, deadener was not a thing. And if it was these little tiny asphalt-like patches that did a whole lot of nothing. So, all right. And then the other thing that we did is obviously he's invested a lot of time, money, and effort into this, so he wants to keep it. So we did a full-blown CompuStar system with a drone tracker that he can protect it. We also added in power locks. So this vehicle did not come with power locks. There's a kit that you can buy which has brackets, and it bolts into the factory latch so that it allows you to, as if the car came with it. We added the boots here in order to run the wire because there was no boots. We added pin switches because there was no pin switches. The pin switches are what tell the car that the alarm that the door has been opened. and starter kill, if they hit the car, open the door, all that good stuff. So it's an amazing setup and it'll help protect the vehicle. So here's the movie trailer, like a brand new car, like a Ford, a Chevy, whatever. And then if you throw it in reverse, oh, how cool is that, right? So it gives you a backup camera right in the cluster, so you don't have to add. We always talk about, you know, people are always like, well, but I don't want to modify the look or the fit or the finish. Well, here you go. Here's something that you can do to your classic and still give you functionality of a brand new car. So that's always the goal, is to have a better driving experience, a more functional vehicle, right? Here's the engine management, you know, computer for his Sniper EFI. So, but again, you shut that, there's your Sniper EFI. And then we also have obviously the stereo. Check out this gorgeous engine. Look at this front pulley setup. It's got the belt drive, all the billet murdered out, gear, heads, cover, alternator, you know, everything. I mean, this car is just sick. He's done a ton of work to it. Same thing, we don't want to ruin the look. So Hondo built this bracket, and you know we love our breakers. So, you know, there's one for the high amp, one for the monoblock, and then all your wiring is here to the battery itself. So we get the best possible result out of the system.
Visit our website at showtimeaudiochicago.com.